Our learning goal for this dance lesson plan is as follows. Dance 2 students will be able to generate their own choreography using the element of space, including spatial relationships, positive and negative space, and kinesphere, as well as correct use of principles, processes, and structures. We start out with a warm-up, and this is to help introduce our concept of space or spatial relationships. So the students participate in a warm-up that allows them to focus on the space around them. So how much space they're allowed to use in their dancing or in their walking around, in their jogging and jumping jacks, and recognizing the space in between them and other people as well. We then move on to technique sequences. So we have 3 technique sequences that help show our 3 concepts. Our first technique sequence is a tendu sequence used with your feet. And this is about spatial relationships with a partner. So we move around another partner so that you get the feeling of how much space is in between you and another person. Our next technique sequence that we have are pliés. With pliés, we allow the one partner to be moving their arms, and another partner is finding all of the negative space or the space that the other partner is not taking up. Our third technique sequence that we do with our class is with leaps, and leaps help show kinesphere. So kinesphere is how much space you're taking up, whether a small amount or a large amount. So our leaps, we try them small, we try them medium, and we try them large. After we've explored all 3 of these concepts, we move on to our choreographic project. This is to help build creativity. So the students have been exposed to choreographic principles that helps them come up with movement in past classes already. So they use that knowledge as well as adding in the 3 spatial elements that we've talked about into their choreography that they do with a partner. So they find a partner and they make sure that they have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Often this consists of a beginning shape, some sort of transition in between, and an ending shape as well. So they make sure that they show all 3 of those principles. At the end, we all perform for each other, and then we have a feedback session where we tell them things that we liked and things that we think that they could have improved on. As far as universal design of learning goes, we used 3 different universal design principles. We wrote on the board, which helped with visual. We spoke and told what the directions were to the students so that they could hear it. And last, they tried it with their own bodies, which is kinesthetic, which is one of the best ways to memorize. So those are our 3 ways that we used universal design. We also did things like music that helped contribute to the ideas of space, and we talked about different formations. We might use pictures as well to express it, and we made sure that the students were aware of the rubric so that when we had our assessment after they showed their choreography project, that they knew what the rubric was, that we are looking for originality and creativity. We're looking to make sure they used all of their spatial elements that we discussed, and we're making sure that they had performance of some sort, that they were smiling, that they were enjoying themselves, that they were reaching as far as they can, all of those things. And so that is what we chose to do for our learning goals assignment.
Alright students, today we're going to be talking about the concept of space in our elements of dance. We'll be talking about spatial relationships, kinesphere, and positive and negative space. So look for those in our warm-up today, and we'll keep working on them throughout. Okay, begin by walking around the room. Now go ahead and make an X and bring it in. do sequence that we're about to learn, we're going to be dealing with spatial relationships. So you'll do your regular tendus, but then you'll also be able to manipulate the space with your partner, which means in this case we're going to be switching places with our partner with the steps. And I want you to be able to change spots with your partner in this sequence. So let's go ahead and learn the sequence first. You're going to tendu the right foot 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you do half, all the way up, and then down, up to passe, and back down. Then you're going to do it side. So go side 1, 2, 3, 4, and half, up, down, up. Let's see if we can do it to the back with the music. Ready? 5, 6, 4 tendus, go 1, and 2, 3, 4, half, up, down, up. Okay, here's the tricky part. This is where you're going to switch places with your partner. So, if I'm on the left, I'm going to take a step back. If you're on the right, you take a step forward. Then you switch places, and then you step back together. Nice. So let's go ahead and see you do that as students. Ready? Let's just go to the back. Tendu to the back. Ready? 5, 6. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and half, up, down, up, and go. Switch places. Yeah. So now we're going to be doing some pliés, but not just any pliés. We're going to be dealing with the positive and negative space in the pliés. So one partner, you're going to get with a partner, and one partner will be doing regular pliés up and down. And as they're doing it, they're going to be moving their arms in different ways. And their partner is going to come and take up the negative space, which is the space that the first partner isn't taking up. And we're going to see how that goes together.
So the last thing that we haven't done yet is kinesphere. So these two we both have been using partners, but you don't always have to use a partner in space. Kinesphere, you can use your own kinesphere. So kinesphere means how much you are taking up. So if you do something really small, then you're in a small kinesphere. If you do something really big, then it's a large kinesphere. So we're going to try some leaps in different sizes of kinespheres. 5, 6, 7, 8. Small, medium, large. 5, 6, ready, go. Small, medium, large. Okay, students, now we're going to do a choreographic project with the things that we've learned. So there are 3 space elements that we were talking about today, and that's what I want you to use in your choreographic project. So we're going to use first
Spatial relationships.
Then we're going to use
Positive and negative space.
and then we're going to use
Kinesphere.
Good job. So we're going to use all 3 of those things to create a piece. You're going to do it with a partner. So I want you to find a partner in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, students, you need to make sure that your dance has a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's not a time limit on it, so it can be as long or short as you want, but it needs to have those 3 things. And it needs to include all of the space elements. As far as accommodations and modifications go, we have a few different things for a dance class than most normal classrooms would have. So for example, with Isabel, we would make sure that she had a partner who was more of an advanced dancer with her during the choreography project that would be able to help her. She works well with other people. We'd make sure we had quick transitions from one activity to another so that we could keep her attention. We would love for her peer tutor to be there and to be involved and help her out. Give her reminders to stay on task. Allow her to take a break when she's really tired, because that was one of the emotional things that she had a hard time with, and just making sure that we're very positive in the classroom. James, we need to be aware of cardio work due to his asthma. We also need to give him reminders to stay on task. We need to give simple instructions, very quick and easy. So that's one reason why we wrote it on the board. We said it and we tried it. So that way it's quick and simple and easy and he can understand it quickly. Sean, we need to ask him questions often so that he's not in his own world a lot. We need to be aware of his communication device that he wears, that doesn't get damaged while he's dancing. He tends to work better alone, so maybe allow him to just work with his peer tutor or create a solo if he'd like. Keep the noise level down, make sure the music isn't too loud and it's not too rambunctious in the classroom. For Brittany, we need to keep her in groups when working, so maybe allow her to be in a bigger group than just a duet. Making sure us as the teachers are walking around and helping out with our choreographic projects. Make sure that we have a warning system that's put into place so that she is aware of. We need to learn what triggers her emotions and try to avoid them. And also just to keep her wanting to try and keep her motivated in class, letting her know that everyone in a dance class can succeed. And that's one of the great benefits and pros of a dance class is that everyone can succeed and do a good job, and there's no wrong answers in dance.